Hello! Hey everyone, we're live! Here we go. Music's a little louder than I wanted it to be. That's okay. There we go. That's a little better, right? How do we feel about that? That seems pretty good. It is a different setup. It's a different setup for a different kind of stream. I really wanted to be a lot smoother on the audio mixing there, but I don't think that quite panned out the way I wanted it to. So yeah, we are in the crafty corner tonight. So yeah, hey, Time Master, hello. It's so good to see you. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. ABSP, hello. Very good to see you. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. Tonight we are doing our Learning with Abby stream. We do it bi-weekly on Mondays. We try to learn a new practical life skill that I didn't already know, right? Which is good, because there are a lot that I don't already know. So this is our third episode in the sewing series, and for right now it will be our last episode in the sewing series. So on the first one, we learned how to set up the sewing machine, how to wind a bobbin, how to thread the needle, how to sew different stitches. In our second one, we made a pillow. Ooh, hold on. We made a pillow in our last one. That was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? I think that's right. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And then tonight we are going to make a circle skirt. So that's the goal. Our goal is to make a circle skirt, but we will see how that goes. Because as I have mentioned, I'm not very good at these things. But I guess really a good place to start tonight would be what that is, right? So if you've kind of been paying attention to my fashion, right, you may have noticed I really like circle skirts. They are a part of almost every single one of my outfits. In fact, I am wearing one tonight. Oh jeez, the camera's not too cute. I'll stand on my chair. See, it is definitely on the longer side. This one is about knee length, but it is still a circle skirt, right? So, basically, they are called that. They come by a few different names, right? They're called circle skirts, they're called skater skirts, flare skirts, A-line skirts. They come by a whole bunch of different names. So another, I brought a few here as an example, right? I have this black one that I really like, that I wear a whole bunch. I wore this one a few streams ago, I think during the second last Pokemon one. But basically, this one is a good demonstration of why they are called circle skirts, because if you lay them out, you can see. Oh, I might need more table space than I had thought. If you lay them out, you can see that they basically make a circle. That's literally all they are. They're a very simple piece of clothing. They're literally just a circle of fabric with a circle cut out in the middle for a waist. Now, this one is super simple. It literally has an elastic waistband, and it is sewn with 3 panels. It is a 3-panel circle skirt. But you can get a little fancier with them, right? I have this pink one as well, very similar. This one is also 3 panels, and it has a zipper. It is very common for these skirts to either have a zipper or elastic to help you get in and out of them. Makes sense. And then the last one I brought as an example is like my super, super favorite one. This is my whale skirt. I love this one. It is so swishy. It is so cute. I love the whales. This one is made out of a much nicer material. The product quality is way better. And, as I have gushed about before, it has pockets, which is awesome. So, I have a whole bunch of these. I think pretty much every outfit I've worn on stream has a circle skirt. Like, honestly, they are... Oh my gosh, Rinny, hello! Holy crap, I wasn't expecting you here. Hello. Time Master says, I'm currently dog sitting and getting paid. Let's go! Getting paid to watch my stream. You love to see it. Oh, Pockets, yes. Hi! Hi, I wasn't expecting to see you. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. Are you having a good night? I hope you're having a really good night. What are you up to? You doing anything fun? I'm here, so I'm having a great time. But yeah, so that's what we're making. Basically, the reason I like them so much and the reason I wanted to make one today, there's a couple of reasons, right? One, they are very easy to make, right? So I looked up a guide for it. We're going to watch a video. It's like 5 minutes. It looks very easy, and I'm hoping it turns out being very easy too. Basically, you only need 2 measurements, right? You need a waist measurement, and you need a length measurement. That's another reason I really like circle skirts, because they're very easy to size. Only measurement you need is your waist measurement. So if you have, say, a more masculine body type, it is way easier to get one that fits well. So that's very nice too. Since they're easy to make, they're usually dirt cheap. They're fucking cheap as hell. They're awesome. And then the last reason I like them is because I think they're very stylish. I think they have a very flattering silhouette. They cinch at the waist, right, which looks very nice. They flare out, right? So they, you know, if you maybe don't have particularly curvy hips, it's okay. They hide that. And then they're just really comfy. They're all swishy and stuff, and they're just like, they're super comfy. So yeah, I'm a big fan, and I figured it would be the perfect sewing project for tonight. What time is it? 8:45? I think we can finish one by the end of the night. So far so good. I saw the stream and realized I should stop lurking. Oh, have you lurked before? It told me you're a first-time chatter, but is this, have you watched before? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I appreciate that. And this looks exciting. It feels exciting. I am always really nervous when I do this stream. When I say, oh, I've only done it 2 other times, but both other times I was very nervous. Because I'm very worried that I won't be able to make it, right? That I'll get like an hour in and I'll just have to give up, or I won't have enough time. So it looks exciting, but we'll see. It might just end up being me frustratingly... Ooh. That made a loud screeching sound. I don't know if that came through the mic. Holy shit. I probably shouldn't do that. I'm probably scratching my fucking IKEA desk here. I'm normally asleep right now. Really? What time? You know what? I guess I don't know this about you, Rennie. What time zone are you in? It's only like 9 o'clock, dude. Unless, I don't know. Are you across the pond, as they say? Is it like 2 a.m. where you're at? I don't know. I don't know. Eastern Night Owl Extreme. Are you really a night owl if you're asleep at 9? Unless you're asleep from like 2 p.m. to like 10 p.m. And you're just awake all night. You know what? We're not here to dissect your daily schedule. Unless you want to, in which case I'm totally fine with that. But, okay, fine. You know, you're usually asleep right now. I'm cool with it. It's 8 p.m. my person. It's 8:48 p.m. for me. Okay. Okay. Oh, Mish Cosplay, hello! Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a really good night. Oh my gosh, stop. You have to stop giving me bits, Mish. Holy crap. Wait, ABSP, do you know Mish? Oh, you know what? Of course, you, both you. I'm sorry, ABSP, you want me to call you Ion? I remembered. Ion and Mish, you guys are both part of, Terra Pureheart's gang, right? The Lovely Legion, right? So I guess you guys would know each other. That's really sweet. That's awesome. Fixing my sleep schedule. I blame VR chat for keeping me up so late. Got it. Yep, that checks out. That checks out. Senpai noticed you. Wait, who's the senpai here? Mish, if anything, you're the senpai. Are you kidding me? You're like so much more like cool and fashionable and stylish and stuff. What am I saying? What are you saying? Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's the Terra emote. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm still subscribed to her. Can I drop one? No. Uh-oh. Alright, whatever. It's fine. It's not loading. Who cares? You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Stop. I'm like losing it. I feel like a boomer here trying to find my Terra emotes. I promise you I have clout here. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Let's go. Does that make me officially part of the Lovely Legion? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go. We could still chat. We could still hang out. You know what I think How do you guys feel about the rainy ambience? I don't know if that's coming through. I got some rain sound effects. Is that annoying? Should I stop that? Obviously, I got the lofty going on. I got the lo-fi going on. But I don't know if the rain is annoying. Rain is hard. Oh, okay, we'll keep the rain going. You like the rain? Okay. Okay, cool. We'll keep the rain going. See, you know what? I do actually really like this stream because it's a lot more chill. It's a lot more mellow. If you watch my stream on Saturday, I came on real hot. I came on with a lot of energy, okay? And that one was like 4 hours long. It wore me out, okay? But this one's chill. We can calm down. We can take things as slow as we want. If we don't finish the project tonight, that's fine. We're just here to chill. That's what I need on my Monday. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I need. So okay, we'll keep the rain for now. And then otherwise, as always, if my audio levels are jacked up, right? If the music's too loud, if the music's too quiet, if I'm too loud, let me know. I won't be embarrassed. Please let me know. Because I can't hear what you hear. I'll hear it later in the VOD, and then I'll be embarrassed. So just let me know. Oh, you know what? Otherwise, before we get into it, I did have a few announcements I wanted to mention. One, we do still have a community channel points reward going on. For 40,000 channel points, I will buy the Drank New Variety Pack. Drank Anti-Energy Drink is a defunct anti-energy beverage that is, quote, part of the Relaxed Lifestyle brand. It has melatonin, valerian root, and rose hips, and it is supposed to put you the fuck to sleep. I was obsessed with it a few months ago, and I drank a bottle of the classic stuff, and it nearly killed me. If we meet this channel point reward, I will buy the new variety pack, which has 3 new flavors. I will mix them all together, and I will drink as many servings as the bottle says I'm allowed to drink. And it might kill me. So, feel free, take a look over on the channel sidebar, take a look at the channel point rewards, and contribute if you would like to, if you want to see me die. Our girl Abby got all fired up last stream. A low energy drink. You know what? Last stream, maybe I needed a Drank anti-energy drink, right? Because last stream I was really fired up. Okay, maybe I did just need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be honest, that sounds horrifying. Ion, it is horrifying. It's the worst. It's so bad. It doesn't even taste good. And do you want to know the craziest thing about it? It is a drink that's supposed to mellow you out. It's supposed to relax you. It has like 76 grams of sugar in it. It's insane, dude. It's crazy. Chandler says gross bad sugar. Chandler, hello. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. You're so sweet. No die, please. That's not how I expected this to go. Honestly, I feel like that's exactly how I would have expected myself to go out. By drinking a bad, nasty beverage. If I were to go out anyway, that's how it would be. So, uncomfortable amounts of energy. I mean, Drank Anti-Energy gives you an uncomfortable amount of unenergy. It steals the energy away from you. I think if you drink enough of them, you actually go back in time. It gives you negative energy and you go back in time. You can time walk or whatever. But, so another little announcement that I just wanted to make, right? And, I don't know, this might seem kind of silly, but it is something that I wanted to just mention, right? So basically, I have a sewing machine, right? You can see it right here in the background. Singer Simple, beautiful little blue color. We love to see it, right? I bought it way back in like 2018, right? And I didn't use it until this year. But part of the reason I bought it back then, and part of the reason I looked into sewing, was because of a longtime friend of mine, a friend from high school, who, she's into sewing, right? And she was posting some of her stuff to, I think it was like Facebook or whatever, and it got me curious. I was like, I want to get into this. So at the time I messaged her, and she was really helpful, she was really sweet, really polite, And she gave me a lot of tips on how to get started with sewing. And even if I didn't act on it for like 3 years, when I wanted to start doing this, I went back to our messages and I read the things she said. And, oh, I think my cat wants to come in. One moment. You guys might get to see Willow today if you're lucky. But anyway, I just wanted to give that friend a little shout out. Her name is TK. She is an artist. She has a Twitter, which I'm going to drop in the chat. You can go check her out. She has a Twitch as well, but I did click off of the tab, didn't I? Yeah, I super did. Let me see if it's in my tab history. Oh, it is. There we go. Here's her Twitch as well. I don't know necessarily where she's the most active. But check her out. She's a super cool artist. She's very talented, very skilled. And if you like her stuff, drop her a follow or give her some good vibes or whatever, you know? But, I don't know. I was just thinking about that this afternoon, and I was really appreciative of her help. So, I wanted to just mention that. Abby discovered time travel. Yeah, I discovered sugar-based time travel. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See... Willow, stop! Stop! Sorry. Willow has a little habit. Not to get a little inside baseball on y'all, but hey! When I do this stream, I have to pull my computer out of its usual location. Come here. I have to pull my computer out of its usual location to get a little more slack in my camera cables. But that makes my power button accessible to Willow. And Willow can, and she has, put her little paws up on my computer tower and push the power button and turn me off. So it looked like she wanted to do that. So that's why I scolded her, which I feel so bad about doing all the time, but whenever I have to scold her, but I can't have her turning off my power. It would be such a pain to get everything set up again. But, yeah, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Just wanted to give a little lesson on circle skirts. Wanted to talk about drank and... Hey! Please stop. Please stop, baby cat. Please not get up. There, I put a pillow on my computer so that she can't get at the button anymore. Probably not great for airflow, if I'm being honest. I'm sure it's fine. We're not playing any big video games tonight. Oh, she actually looks annoyed. She's like, "Oh, no, you thwarted me." But yeah, so those are the 3 things I wanted to talk about. She's... You know what? Here, let me show you guys exactly what she's doing. Look at this cat. Oh, she... Of course she stops doing it once I get the camera in position. Whatever. I love her to death. I do. Even if I have to scold her sometimes. Do you like Willow? Here, let's just pay attention to Willow for a little bit. Hey, Willow. How you doing, sweetheart? You want to bite my camera cable? Cat cam. Hey, cat alert. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, she's all vibing. You can't hear it, but she's purring right now. Hey, baby. I love you, baby. Are you gonna be a good cat? tonight? I don't know. Sometimes it's a toss-up whether she wants to be a good cat or a bastard cat. Okay. Cutest friend. She is the cutest friend. Oh my gosh, I love her. I love her so much. I seriously, I can't with her, okay? So, okay, let's go ahead. Let's jump on over to our... Oh! Camera 2 is having a little bit of a problem. Let's just... There we go. There's camera 2. Okay, actually... Y'all, look at Willow. Are you kidding? She seriously was messing with my... Look, she's gonna do it. Yep, there she goes. See, if the pillow wasn't there, she would be, like, slamming my... What are you doing? Wait, no, for real, what are you... What? What is that? Dude, she's so funny. I don't know what goes through her head. Well, if the stream randomly cuts out, it's because, oh! That's what she's doing. That's really... Huh. You shouldn't be doing that, actually. Okay. I can't get hung up on this. I can't get hung up on this. She does weird stuff all the time. She doesn't like that I moved around the room, for the stream. But, yeah, so we have the 2-camera setup, right? Once we get into it, this big screen, the big camera is going to be the crafty cam. It's going to show our sewing project. And then the little camera is going to be our, so you could look at me, of course. Hello. Hello. It looks like this was her end goal. She wanted to be up here with me. Willow, you want to be a star? You want to be a star? So yeah, that's what we're gonna get up to. I'm gonna bring the tutorial up. We have the browser scene right over. You can see it. I'm having trouble with the perspective here. What this again? What's Abby? I'm gonna be real with you, Midnight. I'm not sure what you're asking. I am Abby. I don't know what to tell you. But hello, welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. So good to see you. Well, what's up? What's up? We are sewing today. We are learning how to sew. But most of all, we are vibing. We are chill. Willow is being a menace. She just grabbed my necklace. Please do not. Please do not, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. But yeah, we're chilling. We're chatting, we're talking. We're just vibing, okay? We're real, like, mellow, right? We're real chill energy tonight, right? We're, like, having a good time, okay? But we are going to be trying to sew a circle skirt, also known as a skater skirt, or a flare skirt. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention it, right? Oh, she wants Mew. She wants the little Mew. Yeah, that's Chandler's Mew. Don't rip it with your little claws, baby. I ordered a new wig this morning. Blonde shoulder length hairstyle straight. That sounds very fashionable. I think that'll suit you very well. I don't like how blonde hair looks with me because I have brown eyebrows. I did not think about that. Not a great look. Also known as, I need me about 3 of these skirts immediately for science and variety, of course. Yes! Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream, but I was talking about how I think skater skirts in particular are extremely versatile. I think they're very stylish, very fashionable. I have a bunch of them. I probably have about like 10 or so. Yeah, they're great. And they're fucking dirt cheap, you know? You can get them on Amazon for like 10 bucks. Or you can get them on Shein for like 7 bucks. Like, they're pretty cheap. This black one I thrifted. This one I thrifted for like 4 bucks. You know, like, they're so easy to make that they're not like super expensive or whatever. But yeah, so I recommend it. I think it's a good addition to any wardrobe. We shall see. I have no eyebrows. I see. So you are very powerful. You won't let eyebrows stop you. All right, so let's go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna go get my other mouse because this one is, oh shit. Willow, do you want to chase the mouse, baby? You want to chase the mouse? There we go. All right, cool. What am I going to make? I'm going to make a circle skirt. Like I said, also known as a skater skirt. And I wanted to mention, before Willow distracted me, that they are sometimes called skater skirts because they are similar to what figure skaters wear. They are not, as I had believed, related to skateboarding or roller skating. I would not recommend skateboarding in a skirt like this, or really any skirt, to be honest. You'd scrape up your knees. It would be a bad scene. So, okay, this is the tutorial we're going to use. It's only 5 minutes, right? So I think we'll go ahead... No, you wouldn't either. Well, I wouldn't just because I don't know how to skateboard. So we're going to start this tutorial. We're going to watch it together. I think it has its own music, so we'll go ahead and cut... No, we'll cut the rain as well, because the music for this tutorial is pretty like upbeat. So, okay. Yeah, let's just watch, like, I don't know. Maybe we'll watch the whole thing. Maybe we'll watch the first, like, 3 minutes or whatever. I don't know, let's just watch this together until we get a good vibe for how this works. So, okay, take your waist measurement. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Here, hold on. We can, like, divide by 6.28. Okay, so that's twice pi. Okay, so here, we can do that right now. I have a Singer flexible measuring tape. I already know that my waist measurement is 32 inches, but just for demonstration purposes, we can do it together, right? So your waist is right, basically below your rib cage, right? So you just get a flexible measuring tape. If you don't have a flexible measuring tape, you can use like a piece of string or some twine, and you can measure it out and then just measure that. So let's see, where am I at? Where am I at? Right about here? Ooh, what? That can't be right. That can't be right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it is indeed 32 is my waist measurement. And then also, it was like 32 and a half, but the waistband of the skirt's giving it a little bit of extra thickness. So, okay. And then also, that music up right now. So we got 32, that's what we're working with. And then, actually broke out my calculator just for this. Don't know where I put it. Willow, where's my calculator? I literally had it out just a second ago. Oh, there it is. Okay. Got my calculator. Got my handy notebook. I'm really grateful that you clarified that. I was like, hold up. Skateboarding? Yeah, I know. And I mean, I clarify that because, like, I went through the exact same thought process. And, like, I feel like conceivably it could be used in, like, kind of like a cool, like, punk, like, edgy girl, like, skater outfit, right? Like, if you had, like, a black one with maybe, like, a pattern on it, right? And maybe if you wore, like, leggings and, like, obviously shorts with it, right? And then you did wear, you know, your proper knee pads and your skateboarding sneakers. Like, actually, that could be kind of a cool look, if I'm being honest. That's literally the mood I got. I mean, yeah, right? Like, it kind of tracks. But no, yeah, they're named after figure skaters. So let me write this down. Our waist circumference is 32 inches. And then we gotta divide it by 2 pi. So that'll give us our waist radius. Yeah. I know geometry. If we divide it by pi, that'll give us the diameter. Wow. Because circumference is 2 pi r. All right, so let's see. 32 divided by 6.28. We can approximate pi. We don't need quite that much precision. All right, so that gives us a total of 5.09. We'll round it down to 5. I think I'll survive. And in fact, actually, just a point of order, the fabric we will be using tonight is this sort of, it's like a spandex sort of fabric, right? Which honestly maybe isn't ideal for this, but it's what I have. I hope I have enough of it. And it's very stretchy. So if I size down a little bit, that might actually be preferable, because then I can get it over my hips and onto my waist. Science! Yes, exactly. See? I didn't take like a dozen calculus classes for nothing, okay? So yeah, we'll go with a 5-inch radius. I think that'll probably get us there. Or golfers look to Abby. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do I inspire golfers? I don't know. I have golfed before. I'm very bad at it. So, okay. All right, cool. We've got our waist radius. So let's keep going. Let's keep going with this tutorial. Oh, that is a good Casio calculator. That is a very good one. This will be your inner circle measurement. Yes. Yes, I had mentioned that. Actually, I'm going to lower the... Let's go lower the volume on this a little bit. I do like the choice of music here. All right, so what is she doing? Grab a big piece of paper that you can draw your pattern onto. She's using wrapping paper. Okay, let's watch this out a little bit. Draw your inner circle measurement as a quarter circle. Okay. Okay, so I was sincerely wondering how we were going to draw out a circle. Because I'm like, I don't have a compass, right? And like, by the time we're getting to the outer circle, that's going to be really big, right? So I was like, how am I going to draw a circle? So I guess we'll do what she does, where she measures it out multiple times and kind of connects the dots, right? It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. All right, so let's keep watching for a little bit, and then we'll follow these steps. Yeah, okay. Determine the length that you want your skirt to be, minus 22 inches long. Your desired length will be your outer circle measurement. Okay, so that's actually, that's kind of a good question, right? Is what length we want to go with, right? So this one, the black one, right? This one's like 15 inches. I think it's like 15.5 inches. It is really short on me. It is super short. I think I might want to go a little longer than that, if I'm being honest. The pink one, also pretty short. I think this one's like 16.1. Honestly, I think a length around the whale skirt is probably about where we want to go, right? Because if I wear it up at my waist, it comes to just above the knees, right? And that is very nice length. Let's go ahead, actually. Where's my... Willow, where did you put my measuring tape? Are you lying on my measuring tape? Oh, no, it's on the floor. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So this one is... Here, I'll bring the music back real quick. Silence makes me very uncomfortable. Okay, cool. Alright, so for length, it looks like the whale skirt is about... It's about 21, actually. Yeah. So right there, from the waistband out to the hem, it's 21, right? Now, it looks like she is measuring from the center point. So if we measure from the center point, we'll want to add 5 inches on, right? So that means our outer circle will want to be more like 26. So I think that'll be a good length. So let me write that down. That we want our length to be 26 inches. And then that's pretty much it. You'll see from the rest of the video that basically all we need is a waist measurement and a length measurement, and then there we go. We're off to the races. That's all we need. Hi. Oh, Maddie, what is up? Oh, we have a VIP in the house, everybody. VIP Maddie, hello. It's so good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. The skirt look. Oh, for golfers. Okay, that's what you're talking about, Midnight. Yeah, so actually, the classic preppy, like, golf girl look, that is actually a pleated skirt, typically, right? Or like a sporty, like, skirt or something. They actually don't typically wear skater skirts, I don't think. Not that it doesn't fit the look, right? pair it with like a polo and like, I don't know, some tennis shoes or whatever, and you know, whatever, you're off to the races. But yeah, that more typically that's like a pleated skirt look or something like that. You could also use a string and a small pencil to draw a semicircle. Yeah, it is for golfer pleated look, yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna be making a pleated skirt because that is far more difficult. I don't know how to do pleats. See, skater skirts are great because a dummy like me can do it. You literally just, you cut an inner hole, you cut an outer hole, sew the two together, boom, you're out. I like skater shirts. I should wear them more often. I'm usually a skinny jeans person. Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it at the beginning of the stream, is that they're like pretty much my favorite, right? I think they're super fashionable, super flattering. You know, they can fit so many different styles. I have like a bunch of them. I mean, if you've been paying attention to my fashion over the past few weeks, I think every outfit on stream I've been wearing one, so I really like them. I feel like for like sort of an everyday fit, they're maybe not the most practical. If you want to incorporate them into your wardrobe, maybe invest in some good pairs of shorts, honestly. Because they are very swishy. So, yeah, not quite as practical as jeans, honestly, but they are very stylish. I think they're great because you can dress them up. They can be very casual. They can have a sort of edgy look. They can have a preppy look. They can be more basic. Like they can fit like any style. It's awesome. Especially in cold weather. Yeah. I mean, in cold weather, maybe stay away from skirts in general, honestly. Especially depending on where you live, right? If you live up north, maybe stick to pants. I don't know. Hey, that's up to you though. Okay, so we got our desired length. So we'll break out the wrapping paper in a sec, because I have a nice fresh tube of wrapping paper that, yes, I did buy back in like 2018. You know what, actually? I still have to wrap Christmas presents. This might be useful. Depending on how much we use today, I might use that. But yeah, so in a second, we'll break out the wrapping paper and build our little pattern here, but let's keep watching the video. Let's keep watching the tutorial. So okay, she's doing the same thing she did with the inner circle, where she just does a bunch of little lines. Okay, and then yeah, she just freehand sort of cuts it out. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're doing the no-zip method. So we need a fabric with quite a bit of stretch, which is good, because we have a fabric with quite a bit of stretch. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you just have to circumscribe the pattern. Okay. And then fold it again. Okay. Oh my gosh. I feel so stupid. I was literally wondering about this, right? Because when she made her pattern was just a quarter circle, right? And I was thinking, I was like, well, doesn't she want to do the full circle, right? But this makes sense, right? It's a very efficient use of paper. It's a very efficient use of... I mean, there's no reason to make the pattern bigger than it needs to be, right? So she's going to overlay her pattern on this folded up quadrant, and then she'll cut it once, and then it'll unfold to the necessary shape. So yeah, let's check that out. Place the pattern so the inner circle matches up with the folded corner of your fabric. That's super important. I'll have to remember that. Pin your pattern onto the fabric. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Cut around your pattern, that makes sense. She is using shears. Yes, I have those. I have sewing shears. I only use these for sewing, which means I have not used them very much. Oh, did you like that sound? Snip, 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 snip. See, there it is. See, it's pretty much done. There you go. Boom, just pull that up to your waist. It's good to go. Nah, just kidding. There's a bit more than that. Cut out your waistband. Oh wait, how did she do that? How did she do the waistband? I'm sorry. This will be your waist measurement by 6 or 7 inches wide. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So it's just an extra strip of fabric. I do like your choice of music. Okay. Okay, I don't think we necessarily have to get ahead of ourselves too much here. I think from here she basically, yeah. She cuts the skirt open, then she sews the waistband onto it, and then she sews it closed. And I think that's... Oh, okay, and then she hems the bottom as well. And that's pretty much it. So we'll get to that, but let's go ahead... Yeah. And let's get back to the pattern making step. We can do that part. So yeah, right here. This is what we're doing. Alright, cool. So... Yeah, you better hang on to the paper. I will hang on to the paper. I totally forgot I had this wrapping paper, so it's actually very useful. Okay, so you know what? We're good on the tutorial for right now. I have a project now. Let's make a pattern. So... What do I do with the cat? What do I do with the cat? She's right here. You know what? I think she could stay there. Give me the cat. Yeah, do you want to take care of Willow for a little bit? She's very sweet. She's a very sweetie. She's so lovey, but she's a little shy. She's a little shy, okay? So you have to be gentle with her. If you were to take care of her for a week or something, she would probably hide from you for about the first 2 days. But once she is comfortable with you, she will be your best friend. Look at her, she loves to lick. She loves to lick. She loves to give kisses. Can do it on the floor like she did. Actually, that's literally what I was thinking, right? Because our radius... Yeah, our radius is going to go out to 26 inches. So I don't think I'll have enough space on this table. On this IKEA-ass table. Let's see. Yeah, like barely. Like the width of this table is 27 inches. So honestly, yeah. Let's see if we can do a little setup on the floor. Do you want to bite my tape measure? Are you for real? You hate this. You want it dead. Wow. I wasn't expecting this to be the thing to set you off. Oh my gosh. You are so funny. You are so funny. I love you. I love you. You like that? Willow's so cute. Willow is so... Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Yeah. Really? Tell me more. Hey, Willow, if you relax and lay down, I'll go set up on the floor, okay? If you just relax right here, I'll set up on the floor, okay? Can you relax for me? Can you relax for me, please? Yeah, you like that. That's your favorite spot. Can you relax for me, please? Oh, you know what? While we're chilling out a little bit, let's turn our rainy ambience back on, right? You like that? It's not actually raining outside, but we could pretend. We could pretend. Oh my gosh, are you... Can you calm down, please, ma'am? Ma'am, could you relax? Alright, let's see if we can get set up on the floor, okay? Let's see, how do we want to do this? Probably have enough space right here. Might work okay. Well, we're kind of playing this off by ear. Let's get a little bit more lighting in the area. Hope my floors aren't gross. Let's see. gimme to Willow. Yeah, that's what Willow says. Let's get these off the floor. Ooh, that lighting is very harsh. Just turn that over a little bit. I think that's better. Make some space. And then I think I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna keep that on the load up. That could be our Willow cam, I guess. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, we want to point this down a little bit more. There we go. Our workspace. See? Doesn't it look so nice? Let's move this out of the way. Honestly, for all the effort, I don't know that we even necessarily got that much room out of it. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, baby cat. Alrighty. So let's lay out some wrapping paper and let's start taking some measurements. I'll go ahead and get started with this. But I want to know how you guys are doing. You guys doing anything fun tonight? Have a good Monday. How is it? The week back? Is this the week back after Thanksgiving? Oh my gosh, my sense of time is so fucked up. No. No, right? No. What am I saying? That was last week. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Right? Yes. Yes, of course. Thanksgiving was 2 weeks ago at this point. Yeah, so how you guys doing? You have any big plans for the week? Anything you're looking forward to? Anything you're nervous about? Tell me all about it. Let's see, I think we can roll it this way. Out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Willow is very curious. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetheart. She's very curious. So let's see. Our waist radius is 5 inches. Put my... did some adulting. It's otherwise been a bleh Monday. Hey, you know what? Any day you get some adulting done is a good day. I'm proud of you, okay? And you should be proud of you too. You're just chilling and relaxing? Oh, that's good. That's very nice. I'm happy to hear it. And I appreciate that you're choosing to chill and relax with me. That's really nice. I like doing those things too. Okay. So there we go. Right here, this is 5 inches. Which, honestly, it seems really tiny. Like, I don't know that I believe my waist is that narrow, you know? But hey, math doesn't lie, okay? If it says I should do 5 inches, I'll do 5 inches. Wait, I don't have it on centimeters, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is 5 inches. Alright, let's go with it. And you know what? Our fabric has a decent amount of stretch to it, so it should be okay. You know what? I'm thinking if maybe I could get like a folder or something and put it under this. Nah, not really. We're just gonna have to do our best here. Hey, Yoga Plays. Hello, hello. It's so good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. I'm trying. It's supposed to be a heart. It's kind of hard at this angle. How's it going? We are doing really good. Ooh, did Willow leave cat cam? That's okay. Maybe she'll come back. We are doing really good. Right now we are trying to make a circle skirt. So I am making the pattern right now. This is all very new to me. I'm not very good at sewing, but we are learning together. So right now I am doing the waist measurement, which has a 5-inch radius. So I'm measuring that from the corner line of our wrapping paper. How are you doing? Are you having a good night? Do you have any fun plans? What are you up to? Tell me all about it. Alright, the cat has left the room. Willow is gone. Oh, that's so sad. I miss her already. I miss her already. You know what? I'm thinking about it, right? Do I use my sewing shears to cut this paper? Or should I use a different pair of scissors for that? Because I'm pretty sure sewing shears are only supposed to be for fabric, right? So I probably shouldn't use them on paper, I wouldn't think, right? Right? Or am I being silly? Is that, like, unnecessary? Okay. Alright, so I've measured it out. Let's just connect the dots. And there we go. Doesn't... The arc looks a little messed up, but I think it works. I think it works. It probably isn't showing up on the camera, but that's okay. We'll get to it. Let me just see. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to find myself a hobby to do. It's just so hard choosing something to spend money into. I'm good. I'm just trying to finish moving into your new place. That's exciting. Maddie says I need to get a job, but not sure how to go about it. Otherwise, I'm doing okay. Just got married. Oh my gosh, Yoga. Honestly, me too. Congratulations. That's so exciting. Jobs are hard. Yes, they are. I think it's a solid idea to use something else just to be safe. Alright, I'll go grab another pair of scissors. Love comic books and movies, really. Cinemas are my go-to to do anything. Oh, cinemas are so cool. It's been a minute since I've seen a movie in theaters. Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter, Abby. You can use for both. Yeah, Yoga. Do you like outdoor activities like hiking or running or camping? I don't know. I'm going to parks. I love outdoor activities. You would love to go see a movie sometime? Yeah, right? What's playing right now? I think the new Ghostbusters is out. The last movie I saw in theaters was Demon Slayer, right? Mugen Train. Matrix 4? Oh my gosh! I forgot about Matrix 4. I haven't seen... It's been so long since I've seen the original Matrix. I saw the first one. I didn't see the Matrix 2 or 3. What's the new Spider-Man? Because I saw a trailer for the next Into the Spider-Verse, but that's not coming until, like, 2022. Just trying to help out, yeah. Yeah, here, I'm gonna go grab another pair of scissors. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, I'm back. I've got a fresh new pair of clippers. Um, let's see. Far From Home is the next one. Oh, that's right. That's right. Far From Home is coming out. All right, cool. That's exciting. Could have watched Denzel Washington's Macbeth on Sunday, but built a PC and said, wait, those are both really exciting. How is your PC building? How did that go? Denzel is so good. If you know A24, they make great indie and indie-ish films. I do not know A24. Oh, The Green Knight. I didn't see that one, but I heard it's good. Alrighty. I'm not going to look at chat for a little bit because I will be on the floor. So, you guys can chat amongst yourselves, I guess, but I won't be able to see it. Oh no, where did I... Am I this much of a disaster? Where did I put my measuring tape? Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Okay, so according to my notes, we want our length to be 26 inches from the center. So from the waist, that'll be more like 21 inches, which should be a good just above the knee length, right? So let's see if we even have 26 inches of wrapping paper to work with, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure we do. For sure, for sure. Okay, cool. So we are good on that. And then, yeah, let's just go ahead and measure this out. Alright, this is a little bit of an awkward positioning here, but I think this is working out. It's definitely for the best that I decided to wear a long skirt today, because this would have gotten a little dicey otherwise. So, okay. Yep, this is working pretty good, I think. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect anyway, because circle skirts have a tendency to fold in on themselves. So even if it's a little uneven, that's okay. We don't shoot for perfection here, we shoot for adequacy, I think is maybe more apt. So it is really difficult to get a good line on here since my carpet is very soft. This would be a lot easier on like a tile floor or wood floor, I think. Or this would be a lot easier with like a, maybe a pen would work better than a pencil. Alright, that's probably good enough. I definitely started rushing it towards the end there. But you know what? I think it's vaguely circular. I think this is vaguely circular. I think it should work well. So I'll go ahead and I will just bang this out with the scissors. I'll just cut this bad boy out and then we'll have a pattern. Oh, jeez, I ripped it. Dang it. Okay. So that is our first little section cut out. Now we'll cut out the long section. Again, I'm just going for something vaguely circular here. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as I'm mostly within the lines, I think it'll be just right. Alrighty. There we go. Doesn't that look like so festive? Alright, let me put that up on the table real quick. There we go. So I think this is all we will need vis-a-vis wrapping paper. I don't think we'll be making any more patterns, so I can roll this up and get it out of the way. Alright, thank you, wrapping paper. And then, let's see, how does this look? Right? Right? This looks like it could be a skirt, right? I don't think we need the floor anymore. I think we do the rest up on the desk. There we go. Let's see. I think this fits my waist, right? And it looks like it'll come up to like, it looks like it'll be about knee length, which is good. I think that's what we wanted. All right, cool. So let me get my chair back. Let's go ahead and move our... Oh, Willow's totally gone. She totally just ghosted us here. Okay, let's reposition our stuff. For your patience, one moment. Okay. Hi, we're back. We're back in the crafty corner. We're off of the crafty floor, and we are in the crafty corner. So how y'all doing? We got our pattern. We did it. It only took... What are we at? An hour? It only took an hour. So let's see. Green Knight, you have to be paying attention and really understand what is happening. Oh, Abby, what do you have to stream with? Type of equipment. So, yeah, I mean, Midnight, if you're curious about my equipment, that's a pretty heavy question, right? So, if you want to know about my computer, I have a self-built computer. I do not have the parts list on hand. Maybe I should put that together. That actually might be kind of fun. But I have, not to brag, but kind of a beast of a computer. This bitch has like an AMD Radeon 6800 XT. Yes, it does. Hello. It has a AMD i7. What's the new one? The 5600 or some shit? I forget. It's got that. It's got an AIO liquid cooling. It's got the RGB lights. It's got 64 gigs of RAM. My equipment is fucking mint, baby. I don't know. I mean, I can go through the whole... I can go through the whole thing. I have an Ars Technica microphone. It's a condenser mic. I don't think I'm using it right, actually. It uses a Scarlett 2i2 preamp, which I think I have the gain up way too high. I kind of mean to look at that, but whatever. For my camera, just using my phone, baby. Samsung Galaxy S10, that is what I use for my camera. And then for camera number 2, hello, camera number 2. Is a old Logitech camera I got in college. So, yeah. Oh, Ryzen 7, or Ryzen 9, not i9. Yeah, that's the one. Let me see. It takes a lot of thinking, actually realizing what's happening. Oh, okay. There's a deep story behind it. Oh, Yoga, you're gonna head out. Okay. I guess you probably already left, right? That is okay. I hope you have, and I hope you are having a really good night. Um, More like spicy. I don't know what that would have been in reference to, but I agree. Or a piece of plywood or drywall. Actually, yeah, that probably would have helped, right? If I prepped some, like, plywood or something and put it on the floor. I'd have to make sure it's nice and clean so I don't get my carpet dirty, but I'll keep that in mind if I do more pro sewing stuff. You were thinking about switching to Ryzen. Yeah, I don't know why I picked it over, what's the other one? Intel? I don't know. I'm sure I had a good reason for it. You're dumb when it comes to computer talk. I gotcha. Oh, you have a Samsung Galaxy 2? My camera is so shit, though. Yes. Yes, Maddie. So is mine. Mine is not amazing, if I'm being honest. I feel like I always look very blurry. AMD is way cheaper than Intel at the moment, and yet they are so comparable in specs. Got it. Okay. You're looking great in comparison. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are sweet. What kind of phone do you have, Maddie? Like I said, I have the Samsung Galaxy S10. So depending on what model you have, the camera quality may differ. One thing I noticed. This is so stupid. I was so pissed off after Saturday's stream, right? Because I was watching the VOD, and I was like, why does it look like I'm covered in Vaseline? And I looked at my camera lens, and there was just a big thumbprint right on the camera lens, and I was like, why? Why? So now, I want to make a habit of, before my streams, I have a little spray bottle of screen cleaner and a microfiber cloth. Just wipe off the camera lens. I think it will make things way better. I was really annoyed because on Saturday I did like a little photo shoot after stream too, and I was like, why do all these pictures look like dog shit? And it's because there's a fucking smudge on the lens. I was so annoyed. It was like right on the normal lens too, not even like the bullshit telephoto lens. A10E, you think? Okay. Yeah, I think the 10E is like the economy version. So the camera might be like kind of a lower quality or whatever. But like, you'd be surprised, right? You'd be surprised the amount of quality you can get out of a phone camera, right? One thing that helps, right, is, and here I can, you know, I don't have to be coy about this. I use a light filter, right? So without any of my filters, this is what my camera looks like, right? So I think it looks a lot worse this way, right? I feel like I look more washed out, right? There's more contrast. I turn down the contrast and stuff too. So I just put a few just subtle little light filters that lower the contrast and smooth out the features, I think. So yeah, that looks totally better, right? Yeah, so I think there's nothing wrong with using light filters, right? In all things, honestly. When you use a camera to take a picture or take a video, it inherently applies a filter over reality, right? You know, whatever your white balance is set to, whatever your aperture and ISOs are set to, there is a sort of filtering that goes on. So you know, you use what you can to sort of recover that detail. I need to do that with my camera. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing if you live stream. In OBS, you can set color correction, right? There's filters for color corrections, and then there are LUT filters you can do as well. LUTs are basically like PNGs that you overlay on a video source, right? And it changes up the color balance, right? And you can download like a whole library of those, and they're kind of handy. And then if you take photos, I highly recommend Adobe Lightroom, right? Lightroom is a app that you can get for free on the App Store, and it has very powerful, you know, color filtering abilities and options. It is a little limited if you don't get the paid version, but you can get it on your PC for free if you use a torrent website. Anyway, I'm gonna slide into your DMs and bug you about this eventually. Of course! Oh my gosh, I encourage it, okay? I'm by no means an expert, right? I'm only just now kind of trying to, like, get into, like, audio-visual stuff, right? But I can share what I know. It's something I'm vaguely knowledgeable about. We can learn together. I'm sure you can learn lots of hot tips too, and you could share them with me, okay? But yeah, I'm happy to talk about that. Creators helping creators. It's a mood. Yes, of course. Of course. To the best of our abilities, anyway. I am a bit of a dumbass, but to the best of our abilities. So yeah, that's basically what I would say about that, Maddie, is phones have very good cameras these days, right? And I thought about getting a specific camera for streaming and for like photos and stuff. But honestly, phone cameras are so good that to buy a camera that is a step above a phone camera is actually very expensive. So in most cases, you are just best off using your phone camera, especially if you're going to be streaming games, right? And you'll just be a little teeny face in the corner, right? If you're just a little teeny face in the corner, then you don't even need a good quality camera. So I wouldn't get hung up about that if I were you. Lighting helps too. I have some fill lights that definitely help with keeping things looking clear, right? Without the fill lights, it's, you know, it looks a little worse. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. Actually, sometimes I feel like my fill lights super, like, wash me out, honestly, because they're fucking bright as hell. And I think sometimes I have to... That's another thing I want to look into. That's another thing I want to look into, but right now I just work with what I have. I guess I'll give it a try at some point. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know, okay? Again, to the best of my ability. But, yeah. It's, I don't know. It's a cool thing. Oh, you know what? Here. As we sort of get back into our tutorial here, I did want to drop a link to it in chat. So, the tutorial we are watching is from Annika Victoria. She is very cool. Her channel is all about creating and sewing and stuff. She has playlists for beginner designs, right? She has a whole playlist for like beginner, advanced, expert. All of her videos are very cute. They have fun music, and she's very, like, you know, upbeat and high energy, so I recommend her videos. That's what you wanted to know? Okay, cool. Happy to help. Yeah, honestly, I should have posted her channel earlier, because we've been watching her this whole time. But, whatever. So, yeah. I just wanted to post that while it was on my mind. Okay, so we can get back into this now, right? So the next part, I think I remember, is just, we want to fold up the fabric and then put our pattern on it and then cut out the fabric. But I just want to make sure I do it right, so let's go back over her video. Okay. Yep, we got our stretch fabric right here. We got a whole bunch of it. So we want to cut it into a square, which is our length by 2, length by 2. Yeah, that makes sense. So in our case, that would be 52 inches, I want to say. And then fold it into quarters. All right, so let's go ahead and cut our fabric next. I think that would be a good idea. All right, cool. So that's what we want to do. Throw our music back on. Cool. Okay, so let me actually make sure we do want to... Let's see what our length is here. Okay, so because I'm bad at measuring, our length actually ended up being more like 26.5, right? But you know what? Let's cut our fabric. Or did I say 26 or 25.5? Oh yeah, it did end up being 26.5. So it ended up being longer than we wanted it to be. Yeah, it ended up being half an inch longer. So let's round up to 27. 27 times 4 times 2 is 54. So let's make our fabric into 54 inches by 54 inches. That'll give us just a little bit of wiggle room, right, to cut out our thing. So I think actually it would probably be best if we go back down to the floor, right? I thought we were done with the floor, but we're not. So, all right, let's go back down to the floor. don't know what to do with camera 2 now. I guess we could just point camera 2 at our little crafty table. If you have any ideas for what to do with camera 2, let me know. Floor would be best in that situation. Okay. Sure. I'm happy you agree. Yeah, there aren't many surfaces where I just casually have 54 inches by 54 inches free. Okay. So let's see. First of all, I don't think I even have 54 inches of fabric right here. So I think we'll have to unfold it like all the way, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. Yeah. Yeah, so this is 31. So we are going to have enough, actually, which is good. But we are going to have to fold this out as much as possible. So hopefully we have the room for it. Yeah. Yeah, that works. I'm like really struggling here, y'all. Alright, so maybe I can move this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I think this is about where we want to be. Where's my measurement? Make sure fabric is straight, no wrinkles in it. I am doing my very best. But you know what? I am walking on this bad boy. I think we are past wrinkle territory here. Okay, so let's see. Where does 54 inches get us? That make you short. What makes me short? I am not very short. I'm quite tall, in fact. Alright, so let's see. We want to go out to 54. Because 54 will end up being the full radius of our skirt. Did I say radius? I meant diameter. Don't you hate that? You ever take an exam in math and you fuck up radius and diameter? And you're like, no, I know the difference. Oh shit. Oh no! I'm losing my screen here. My little green screen almost tipped over. I don't know if y'all saw that. No, your fabric if you have wrinkles in it. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Alright, so it looks like we do not have a full 54 inches here. So I don't know that we will be able to do this at the full length that I would like. Oh, it is so close. It is so close, you guys. We have like 53 inches. This might be like just enough. This might be just enough. So, okay, let's do 53. Let's do 54. Let's just do 54 in both directions. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do, y'all. Here's what we're gonna do. I have a larger floor right over there. Oh, you know what? I'll just rotate my camera. We'll set up over there and then we'll make the cut. Remember, measure twice, cut once. So yeah, we'll move to the bigger area. You know, I wasn't expecting this to be like the hard part, right? And I guess I should have just gone ahead and made like, it would have been easier if I just made like a really short skirt, honestly. But no, I had to go make a reasonable length. Okay. So here we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? It's all laid out. You can see it all right there. So I think that looks great. So now we can go ahead and make our cut. I'm going to be fairly far from my microphone, so I don't know how well my voice is going to carry. So I might not talk very much for the next, whatever, 5 minutes. So bear with me. Alright, so once again, our length in this direction is... It is 53 inches. So we want to do 53 inches in this direction. And that'll set us up. So let me go get my fabric shears. Hi, hello. I'm on camera too now. Hello. Alright, let me go get my fabric shears over here. And now... There we go. Right here is 54 inches. Honestly, y'all... No, you know, it's fine. Yeah, we'll do this. Maybe... Okay. I'm just trying to think about, like, how do I cut it, like, straight, you know? The answer of how do I cut it straight, I just kind of freehand it and hope for the best, I guess. Okay. That is about as good as it gets. Imagine doing straight things. Look, Rinny, we made that joke like so many times during our last sewing stream. Because it was all like, oh, do a straight cut or do a straight stitch, stitch straight, and I'm like, bitch, I can't do anything straight. Yeah, the jokes write themselves. Do you have a yardstick? I actually don't. It's kind of fucked up. Like 2 weeks ago when I did this, I was like, oh, I don't have a ruler. Like I don't own a ruler, and I meant to get a new one between now and then, and I didn't. So yeah, nah, I don't. But we did the best we could. You can't really see it, but ooh, well, there we go. Broke my tripod. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have enough slack in my cable. Should have known, should have known. Let's see here. Is it totally broken? Is this bitch totally busted? Nah, it's still good. It's still good. Well, I was going to show you that the edge that I cut is a little uneven, but hopefully that's not too bad. We're down for the count, y'all. Nah. Nah, I'm not leaving anyone behind. You guys are good. You're good. Alright, so let's fold this bad boy up. It is surprisingly difficult to fold. It's a very slippery fabric. But you know what? Marie Kondo taught me how to fold. Pretty much an expert. Alright, there we go. We got our nice 27 by 27 inch folded piece of fabric. And there we go. It fits nice and neatly onto our crafting corner. Oh, perfect. Look at this. Look at this. Could you ask for a more perfect fit? Okay. Now we can move back to the crafting corner. Alright. Oh, let me grab my chair, actually. Okay. What's up, y'all? What is up? Alright, hey. Howdy. Hi, we're here. Okay, we are back in the crafting corner. I'm like very warm. I'm very warm. Let me go get some water. Maybe turn down the thermostat a little bit. I'll be right back. thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for your patience with everything tonight. I feel like I've been so slow. You know what I mean? I feel like I've been so slow with everything. And honestly, I'm a little self-conscious about that, right? Because like Annika Victoria in her video, she does this all in 5 minutes. And sure, she edits it. There's some cuts and there's some speed ups. But I feel like she would probably have gotten more done in, where are we at? Where are we at? Hour and a half? I feel like she would have got much more done in this amount of time. But that's okay. I'm in no rush if you all are in no rush. I appreciate your patience and I appreciate your kindness. So, okay. Crafting takes effort. If you took 5 minutes, would it even be a stream? That's true, right? It's actually very important that I bullshit for like 45 minutes. But you know what? Hey, if I can get to a point where I can make these bad boys in 5 minutes, right? I open up an Etsy shop, right? I do a 2-hour stream where I just bang out like 20 of these, right? Bam, bam, boom. We're selling skater skirts, baby. That's how we do it. I don't know. That might be something. That might be an idea. Willow's back. She's trying to figure out how to get up. There she goes. She's on my computer right now. Yeah? There you go. So actually, Willow, I would appreciate if you didn't come over here now. Because Willow, I am using the crafting corner right now. Willow. Sweetheart. Sweetheart, Willow. You are on my keyboard. Yep. Yep, I don't know what she just did. He is on my keyboard. Hi. And here I'm like, my hobby is programming. Can't sell that on Etsy. Not with that attitude. Surely you can give a minute, she'll be there. Yeah, she's here. Yeah, she's here. Hey, cat. You are right under my mic, dude. If you stay right there... Okay, you are on the fabric now. You are entirely on the fabric. Hi. Do you want me to make you a little kitty vest? Do you want me to make you a little cat pants? Or a cool little, like, scarf? The cutest menace. Yes. I have always said that Willow is allowed to do whatever she wants. Okay? Because you know what? She did not choose to live here. We adopted her. We paid the shelter $50 so that she could live in our house. And we asked her, we said, hey, do you want to come live with us? And she didn't give us an answer. She just licked our hands. Because she doesn't speak human. She doesn't speak the language that we speak. So we just assumed she was okay with it. And for that reason, I say Willow is allowed to do whatever she wants. Because she didn't ask for this. Oh, you can make Willow a bed. I could. She doesn't seem to like cat beds. Do I have her cat bed in here? We got her a heated cat bed and she just doesn't give a shit about it. She used it like once and it was so cute. It was so cute. Oh, do you want to look out the window? Do you want to look out the window? Hi. Hey, sweetheart. I am gonna pick you up, okay? Oh, you're too sweet. I don't want to, though. Look at her. Look at her. She is so sweet. Does Willow like to play in boxes? She loves to play in boxes. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Willow, if you... Hey. Hey, baby. If you stay right there, okay? Look. Here, I'll move my sewing machine. If you stay right there, you can stay, okay? Okay? You do that for me, sweetheart? Here. There you go. You stay right there. Here, I'm gonna move this light actually. See? Her and I, we can coexist. Oh my god, show off the outfit. Okay, for sure. Today's outfit I don't think is as exciting or as interesting as some of the other ones. But hey, I love showing off the fit, so if you ask, I'll do it. So this is what we're working with tonight, right? Just a simple t-shirt. It says astrology on it and has some cool patterns, right? Very, very witchy, I feel like. And then we have a very long, honestly, like below the knees long. It's just a circle skirt, right? Just an elastic and yeah. And just a black cardigan. That is... If I had more room, I could pose a little better. But I'm a little cramped back here. But yeah, that's what we're working with today. Super swish. Yeah, well, you know what? Here, hold on. Let's go out this way. There you go. There you go. I'm especially jealous of the cardigan. Where did you get it? I stole it from my partner. So there you go. I don't know where it's from. Let's take a look. Let's see where it's from. Oh, okay. It is apartment 9. And see if we got anything else on here. Nah. Not really. Yeah. That's the brand. I don't know where it's from. Sorry. Sorry. You know, here, hold on. Maybe we could find it together. I'll help you out. I'll help a buddy out. Let's see if we can find it together. Oh, looks like Kohl's. There you go. Easy peasy. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Ooh, whoops. Well, you're making that cardigan look beautiful because you are breathtaking. You're too sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. How are you doing tonight, Yuki? Are you having a good night? Are you up to anything fun? Do you have any cool plans? Tell me all about it. I love hearing what people are up to. Willow, I love you. I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna pick you up, okay? Everyone look at my child. Look at my child. She is so sweet. She is so sweet. She is so sweet, but she is in the way. So I have to get rid of her. I have to refold this because she messed it up. I'm like really nervous to cut this. I'm really nervous to cut the pattern because what if it doesn't turn out well? Having a splendid night. This passing weekend spent time with my boyfriend. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. That sounds like a lot of fun. What did you guys do? Did you go anywhere? Did you do anything fun? What did you get up to? That sounds really awesome. All right. It is, I think, finally time to cut our pattern. It will. Have faith. Okay. I'll believe in the you that believes in me, okay? Now let's just go back to our tutorial one more time to see where we're supposed to pin this. Because I remember Annika had a very specific instruction about that. Okay. So place your pattern so the inner circle matches up with the folded corner of your fabric. This is the corner with no raw edges. This is very important. I think I did that right. Right, this is the corner. Yeah. Where, you know, because you fold it twice. This is the corner where both of those folds form a vertex, right? Which is important because that means when we cut out this part, that will be the center area. So I think now she's just going to pin it, right? Yeah, pin your pattern onto the fabric to hold it in place. Make sure to pin it through all the layers. Okay, that's actually pretty important. Then carefully cut around your pattern piece through all the layers of fabric. Okay, cool. I think we can do that. We went to Cool Stuff. Oh, it's literally called Cool Stuff. Okay, that's awesome. An old school gaming store with figurines. Went out to eat. We did lots. Oh my god. Oh. Sorry, I was looking for my pins. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool, Yuki. That's really awesome that you guys got to have like a, you know, like a full and exciting weekend together, you know? I feel like, you know, sometimes life is busy and you don't have the chance to do that. So it's really nice that you guys were able to make time for each other. That's a really precious thing, you know? Also, cool stuff. Sewing is such a good skill. You know what? Little Blue Elephant, it is. It would be great if it was a skill that I had, which I'm working on it. Also, Yuki, not to like blow up your spot or whatever, but like, I think we live in the same area, don't we? Can you tell me where Cool Stuff is? I want to go to Cool Stuff. That sounds cool. You can DM me it. You don't have to say here, but I'm very curious about that. Speaking of figurines, my partner and I went to a mall on Wednesday, and they got super excited over a Gundam model kit. It was super adorbs. Oh, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Did your partner get the Gundam model kit? Or were they just, like, really excited about it? Either one is very cute. But yeah, Little Blue Elephant, sewing is a good skill. It is not a skill I have. I am working on it. But I'm pretty bad at this. Our goal tonight, by the end of the night, is to make a skater skirt, but I don't... Oh my gosh. I'm already fucking up pinning this to the pattern. How did I do this? It's like... Here, hold on. It's like offset, right? You can't... I guess you can't really see it on cams. It's off by like half an inch. How did I do that? Well, you know what? Still looks vaguely circular enough. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. Oh, they got it. It's kind of large. I was terrified of the price, though. Oh my gosh. Hey, I mean, you're paying for that Gundam brand name, baby. It's gonna be awesome, though. Like, good Gundam shit. It's fucking cool. Model kits are so rad. What Gundam? I'm so in tune with my Gundam vibes. Oh my gosh. Was a master grade. Gotta ask the name. Learning is great. My grandma taught me the basics of sewing, and I made a little shirt. I wear it on stream. No way! That's so cool. See, I think it's really great to be able to make something and say, you know, hey, I made this thing. Like, even if it's not amazing, right? I think just having something that you made is really cool. Yeah, what kind of shirt is it? Does it have, like, a cool pattern or, like, a cool picture on it or something? Yeah, I legit don't know why this is off by, like, an inch or... Oh, you know what? It's probably because... Oh, shit. Yeah, I do have to relocate this. God damn it. Alright. Pins out, gang. We're moving this up a little bit. Because you know what? If I don't do this, the waist is going to be... It's going to be like an oval. The waist will be fucked up, so... Alright, maybe I should try pinning it, like, corner to corner. Right? Yeah. See, in my dumb brain, I'm like, yeah, pin it corner to corner. It's like doing a star pattern when you replace a car tire. You know? So, okay, let's try that. Okay, so now we got that corner, and then let's do this corner. And that'll kind of, like, lock it into place, you know? That'll kind of, like, constrain the dimensions. There we go. That looks really good. Yeah. There we go. This looks way better. I'm happy I did this. So it looks like now our waist is going to be a nice circle. So that looks really good. Barbados. Now I remember because they were making jokes about Barbados, Venti from Genshin. Okay. You know, Rinny, it doesn't surprise me that you play Genshin. You fucking weeb. You fucking weeb. I mean that in the most insulting way possible. I'm kidding. It's red with black sleeves and collar, t-shirt style, but tailored to fit an elephant. Okay. So it's a toy, more or less Gundam. The only toy I would get excited about is an old Atari. Okay. Insult you harder. You're into it. Ooh, okay. No, I won't do that. I like you, okay? I'm not gonna insult you. That's mean. I don't like to be mean, okay? Wrong kind of stream. Yes, we are very wholesome here, okay? Well, maybe not wholesome. I think wholesomeness is overrated. But we are not lewd here, I will say. That is certainly not the energy I try to bring. But, yeah. I can insult you in non-lewd ways, right? In just, like, the normal ways. Because I do like bullying people. I think it's fun. The most wholesome are the... Yeah, I don't make the rules, only follow them. Sure. I get that. Okay. I think that'll have to do for pinning. In the Annika Victoria video, she did like 7 billion pins. And like, I ain't got the patience for that, alright? Like, I'm sure it's fine. Alright, let me go get my sewing shears. Okay. Here we go. Here are our shears. We'll go cut out the waist. I'm like so nervous now, right? Because this is where it all comes together. This is where it all comes together. And it's like, this isn't even that hard. I'm just bad at it. And if I did this right, this is what it all comes down to. If I did this right, this should look like a circle. Hey, look at that. Well, it's kind of like a lumpy oval, honestly. It's kind of like a lumpy little oval, but I think it works. I think it works. You know, here's kind of what I'm thinking, right? This has all been very imprecise. That is a lumpy oval. This is not a clean arc. This is all going to be very messy. But skater skirts kind of like fold in on themselves, right? So like you don't even, it doesn't have a super defined shape, you know? So it should be fine. It should be fine. All right, now it's time for the big arc. The big arc. All right. I'm like really concentrating, right? Because I want these to be clean cuts. But I don't know how well it's working. This is a difficult material to work with. Also, Willow is back. Willow, baby, can you be sweet for like 2 more sec- Nope. Here she comes. Willow, sweetheart, can you be sweet? Can you be sweet, please? You could stay right there on the chair. Willow, I will give you the chair. If you want to just hang out on the chair, I will stand the whole rest of this. I will stand for the whole rest of this if you just take the chair. Willow, don't jump onto my pattern, please. Oh no, what is she doing? Stop. Hey, baby. Baby, relax. Baby cat, relax. Baby cat, relax. You can also hide cuts easily, just hem. Yes, I was thinking about that. Right. Because we will want to hem this up. Are you for real, cat? Hey, hey! Relax. Hey. Can you be sweet, please? Can you be sweet, please? I know, she... She was like pawing at my scissors, and I'm like, don't do that. I don't want to accidentally cut her little toe beans, you know? I care about her. I care about her so much. But she's okay now. She's being a sweet girl. Alright, we're almost through it. Okay, there we go. And now we have 4 strips of like hemispherical fabric. I don't know what we could do with that. A good pair of sewing scissors will last you a lifetime. Seamstresses will legit attack you if they use your fabric scissors for anything other than fabric. As they should. Holy shit. Um, who does have pin patience? I don't know. It'll work. Yeah, cat attack, silly cat. Yeah. He's the silly cat. Alrighty. So now... Willow. She is laying in my pin box. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. It was just her fur. I thought she had her, like, her body up against it. Okay, cool. Willow. You're so sweet. Alright, I'm really excited to see how this turns out, right? Because basically, this is kind of the biggest part of it. I'm going to pull the pattern off. And then, for the most part, this should more or less be a fully formed skirt, right? The next steps will be to cut out a strip for the waistband. Are you playing with a pin right now? Stop. Give me that. I don't want her to hurt herself. We'll want to cut out the waistband, right? And then we want to cut up the fabric of the skirt itself. Then we sew on the waistband. Then we hem it. Then we sew it back up, and then it's done. I don't know that we will have time for that tonight, to be honest. But we'll do as much as we can. I've heard people call the scraps cabbage, and a lot of people save them for smaller projects or stuffing. That's a very nice idea. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how this turned out. Hey, stop. And ta-da! Ta-da! Hey, that looks pretty good, actually. You know what? Here. Let's try it on. Let's see how it fits. So, we may have been a little off with our calculations. It is far too wide. It does not sort of fit my waist. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. So maybe if I hold on, maybe if I pin the fabric. Hold on, maybe if I pin this, we can give it to her. There are ways to take it in real easy. Oh, really? Okay, cool. I can look into it. I don't know, I have to take it in quite a bit. Oh, but you know what? We can take it in at, there we go. Alright, cool. It at least stays on my body now, see? So actually, I don't mind this. This is kind of cute. There are always ways to take it in. The real problem is not having enough fabric. Oh, that would be so cute, right? Right? Yeah, I kind of really like this. I'm wearing shorts, okay? Calm down. Yeah. I'm really happy with this. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it is. This is a fun fabric too. I like it. It is far and ahead, way too wide. The waistband. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how it ended up too wide. Like legit, you guys should have seen it. Like I put it on and it just fell right off. It's not even close. Like it doesn't even sit on my hips, right? You know, skater skirts are typically designed to be worn at the waist, right? So they typically have a narrower diameter, right? But there are some that are worn at the hips. I think they look awful, honestly. But this one's not even small enough for that, right? Like, it is just way too big for me. You could fold the excess over at the waistline just like that and make a little sewn-in pleats. Ooh. Ooh, if I was talented enough, right? That's how you do pleats, right? But what I was thinking, right, where we can finish it and sell it. Ooh, I mean, I don't know if anybody would want to buy my my like poorly made amateurly made skirt. But here, hold on. So, Little Blue Elephant, you seem to know a thing or two about sewing, right? So I was watching Annika's tutorial here, and let me see. Yeah, so right here. So at this step, you cut it down the middle here, right? And then you you sew on the waistband. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what you do here. But conceivably, right? Okay. At this step, could I cut it down and then measure out like, let's see, how much do I have this pinned? I have like a solid like 2-3 inches pinned. Could I cut out like a strip? And then when I sew it back, it'll have a tighter waistline. Would that work? Official merch. Okay, hey, I'll open up my Etsy store, right? Or when I cut into it, strip. Yeah, so when I cut into it, I could trim it then, yeah. You could totally take off some excess. Okay. Willow left the cat cam. Cool. So, alright, so that's one adjust. Here, you know what? I have my little notebook. Let me write this down. So, adjustments. Okay, so that's one adjustment we want to do. I would advise using a measuring tape to measure yourself where it will sit, then measure the inner circumference to make sure you don't cut too much off. Yeah, I mean, that's what I tried doing, right? Actually, this is the problem. This is where I'm not sure what went wrong. Can I make this look at Willow? I just feel weird seeing myself twice. Hi, cat. Oh! Look at her. She's so funny. Sorry, I was trying to be smooth about this, but then it didn't work. This is the worst cat cam I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I might just deactivate the second cam for right now. Hi, cat. That'll do for now. Yeah, so you advised measuring it, right? So that's why I'm kind of bothered, right? Because when we started this, I measured my waist circumference, right? And I know this, my waist circumference is 32 inches, right? And I did the math, right? 32 inches divided by 6.28 is about 5 inches, right? So I needed a radius of about 5 inches. So that's what I measured out, and that's where I cut it. So I feel like the problem was probably in my cutting, to be honest, because I'm pretty sloppy and imprecise with it. Ooh, excuse me. So I think I ended up cutting it too big, right? And I think that must be what happened. So you're right. Once I cut it up and I'm trimming it down, I can be a lot more precise with my measurements, right? Because I can measure the circumference of my waist. I cannot measure the radius of my waist because that is inside me. So you're right. Once I cut it out, I can very clearly measure the circumference of my waistline. So, okay. Is the material stretchy at all? It is incredibly stretchy. It is like super, super stretchy. It's, I think it's spandex. I think it's a spandex material. Cat cam is just an adorable bonus. We came for you after all. Oh, thank you. You were so sweet. I think Willow is much cuter than me, honestly. She is much more charming, but she is also very capricious. The folding of the fabric can conceal a little length too. Okay. Here, you know what? It's, oof. It is 10:45, so we are actually not going to do any more sewing tonight. So here, I'll go ahead and I'll just bring us over to full camera right now. Hi, hello. Hello, we don't have anything on the sides anymore. It's just me. It's just me. Hello. But yeah, we can still chat a little bit. I'm not gonna wrap it up just yet because I am vibing. But yeah, we don't have time to break out the sewing machine tonight. God, it took me so long just to get this far. Holy shit. Oh my god. Add a peepus to the screen. Let's go. Let's go. I'm always so hyped with this one. This is like my favorite. This is like my favorite channel point reward, and like nobody uses it. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to put your peepus? Where do we want to put the peepus? You know, there's a lot of plosives in the word peepus. I think here. This is what I think. I'm thinking we add one right to the end, right? Like right down here. It's a little too big. Widen out the pile a little bit. What do you think? Is that good? And we'll put it in the back of the pile, just like that. Yeah, right? So that one right there. That's your peepus. That's you redeemed it again. Okay, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. Another peepus. I'm so hyped for it. Okay. I want this fucking screen to just be full of peep-eye. Peepuses? Peep-eye? I don't know what the right conjugation of that would be. I just want it to be full of them, though, one day. There we go. You know what? Let's actually move that one back a little bit more. There we go. People. And now your new one is that one, right there. Let's go. Okay. All right. So I want to hash out this project just a little bit more before we start to wrap up, right? So first things first, let's take another look. Let's take another look. So obviously, we need to draw on the waistband a little bit. We already know this. But then how do we feel actually the length? I feel like the length is pretty much perfect. Right? It's literally just above the knee. And it looks like it's more or less even all the way around. I'm very happy with it. And kind of like I was talking about, right? When a circle skirt sits, it forms like these sort of natural waves. And I think that actually looks really nice with this too. So obviously we're gonna hem this, right? To get rid of the rough edges. But I think it's actually just about perfect. I don't think it really needs an adjustment there. So, okay, cool. I'm like pretty hyped about that, honestly. Thigh-high socks would be perfect. Honestly, yeah. But, actually, so I feel like the problem with that, though, right, is thigh highs would go up to, like here, right? The problem is this skirt doesn't even show any thighs. So they would just look like leggings or whatever, you know? Maybe knee highs, right? I think thigh highs are too much. I think the skirt's too long for thigh highs, honestly. Below the knee socks, yeah, that would work. Yeah, that would work. Right. Those are just normal long socks, honestly. I honestly think the excess fabric creates a cute symmetry with the bunch right on the hip. Not the little, like, knot that I made to draw it in. Yeah, that's not on purpose, but that is, hey, that's a look. Maybe I just tie it in and call it a day, right? Don't even bother adjusting it. Ideal indeed, but I have a bias to show off thigh or knee socks. I mean, honestly, so do I. I did not trust myself to make a very short skirt, though, honestly. When you sit, it changes the dynamic, but hey. With bows, yeah, okay. Yeah, so, okay. I think the only adjustment we want to do is drawing in the waist. Everything else I'm happy with. So then, yeah, we just want to do that. And then it's just the rest. Put on the waistband, hem it up, and then it's good to go. So I think what we will do is, like I've said, I said this at the beginning of the stream. This format we do, Learning with Abby, I do it bi-weekly, right? So I won't do it next week, but I will do it the week after that. This was our third one doing sewing, right? And I think I want this to be my last one. For now, anyway. I kind of want to mix things up a little bit, right? So I think what I want to do is over the next week or two, I might just take this up as a personal project, right? And I might just finish it off stream, right? And once I'm done with it, you know, I'll take some pictures and I'll probably post it to like Twitter and like maybe Instagram and my Discord and everything and show it off. If I'm particularly happy with it, I'll probably just make it part of my wardrobe, honestly. And I'll probably just wear it on stream, you know? Unless it comes out looking awful. Think you would consider crafting streaming, Abby? Well, yeah. So that's basically, actually I could talk about this because I guess a lot of you guys here are actually kind of new, right? Relatively speaking. I started doing this stream on Mondays, Learning with Abby. I did it because I like to learn new stuff, right? What actually prompted it was, I used to do speedrunning streams, right? And I streamed my speedrunning streams from the very beginning. I literally started at 0, at knowing nothing about speedrunning. And I did the stream every week, and I learned a little bit more, and a little bit more. And I now have a few, you know, submitted speedruns to speedrun.com. They're for the Herb Sims in the City on the Nintendo DS. They are world record speedruns by default, because I'm the only one in the category, but it still counts. And I got to thinking, I was like, if I could learn how to do speedrunning, if I could learn about speedrunning on stream, why can't I learn practical things as well, right? Why can't I learn other stuff, right? And if I'm starting at 0, I could let other people learn with me. And that's what prompted this stream, right? And I started with sewing, because I had this fucking sewing machine for 3 years and I never used it, right? And that's basically the purpose of this space, right? Is to learn different things and to start at 0 and to learn together, right? And I don't know, I feel like I have made a decent amount of progress with sewing. There's still obviously more to go, but I think I got pretty good. Well, no, not good, but I feel like I have made progress, some amount of progress, and that's, you know, that's kind of the important thing. So you clicked for the crafting. Okay, hey, if I got Rinny's view, maybe there's something to it. But yeah, so the point is that's you know, you're asking if I would consider streaming crafting. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here for, right? So right now I only do it bi-weekly because it does take more effort, right, to set up the crafty corner and get materials and stuff. So yeah, to answer your question, I already do it. That said, not next Monday, but the Monday after that is going to be our next Learning with Abby. And the next thing I want to try to break into, right, is creating music electronically, right? So it's not really crafting, but it is artistic, right? Music is one of those things that I have absolutely zero experience with, right? I like all kinds of creative mediums. I like all kinds of forms of expression, right? And I've done some art, right? Digital art, right? I've done video producing, right? But I've never done music. I have no clue how to do music. So that's what I wanted to do for the next stream. Is it going to be with LMMS by chance? I don't know what that is. Yeah, so I have a bit of research to do over the next 2 weeks is the point. Because I don't know what software. I literally have no idea where to start with this. Fruit Loops, but free. Honestly, okay. So, it's funny you say that because the program I had in my mind was Fruity Loops, right? Because I researched this like years ago, and I got a copy of Fruity Loops, which, as it turns out, Fruity Loops is also free on the Pirate Bay. But yeah, so that is a program I've looked into before. It might be what I use, but I might use something else. Like I said, I'll have to do a bit of research. And then, I'm sorry, ABSP, Ion, I didn't mean to look over your question. I was just still talking about crafting. But you did ask what my favorite game to speedrun is. The only game I've speedrun so far is the Herb Sims in the City. I haven't tried any other games, but I actually really like speedrunning the Herbs. I kind of started it as a shitpost, and then I ended up doing it very seriously because I ended up really liking it, right? And now I do treat it with respect and dignity because the community is really cool and I met a lot of cool people through it, and that's what it deserves. But it turns out it is also very fun to speedrun. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to be genuinely a fun game to speedrun. It's like, there's a lot of routing to it, right? There is some, like, you do have to be precise with inputs, but it's very forgiving. There's some RNG, but there's not too much RNG. It's very fun. It's a very fun game to speedrun. So, hey, if you want to try and come take my crown, get in on the Herb Sims in the City. Good luck. I'm pretty good. GarageBand. I've thought about GarageBand. Isn't GarageBand only available on Macs, though? Isn't that an Apple program? Or am I thinking of something else? I'm actually not so sure. I thought that was a Mac-only program. Might be wrong. I might be wrong. I'm pretty dumb about this stuff. Yeah, I don't know exactly what program I would use. But, I have 2 weeks to research it. So I have plenty of time to prepare. Will I do all of my preparation, like the night before? Probably. But I have options, is the point. So, that is very good. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead. I think we are gonna wrap up here in a minute. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I think I know who we want to raid tonight. Actually, yeah, that'll be fun. I think I know who we want to raid. Okay, cool. But yeah, so I guess we'll wrap up here. Honestly, like, I feel like I didn't get that much done tonight, right? Last time I did this stream, I was so hyped because I actually did finish my pillow, right? But I feel kind of bad, you know? I didn't actually finish. I didn't actually finish the skirt tonight, and that's kind of a bummer. Oh, you just got back, Maddie. It's so good to see you. What have you been up to? Have you been up to anything fun? But yeah, I feel bad that I didn't finish it, but I did have a lot of fun. Honestly, it's been a really great night. I guess I've just been kind of I'm like bad at being sincere, right? If I'm being honest. But you guys have been like really warm and positive this whole night, right? And like really encouraging when like my dumbass is crawling around on the floor, right? And I don't know, even if I didn't really get that much done, I don't feel bad about it, you know? I still had a really fun time, and I still had a really great night. So, I don't know, that's how I feel. I hope it comes through. I hope you guys had a fun night too. It is really a different energy on Mondays, right? It is more laid back. It is more like a little sleepy, right? It's a little more chill. It's different than what I usually do, and I kind of like that. So yeah. Maddie, you were having dinner with your family? That sounds nice. What did you guys have? Did you guys make something good? That's really nice. I think it's nice to share dinner time with your family. It's a good thing to be able to get together. I remember, you know, when I lived with my parents, a lot of the times dinner time was kind of just like, you know, anybody gets whatever food and we all just like ate in our rooms or whatever. So it's nice to be able to be together. Oh fuck, chicken cordon bleu. Fuck, that sounds so good. Chicken cordon bleu is really good, but it's a lot of work. Big ups to whoever cooked that. If you cooked it or if one of your family members cooked it, that's awesome. That kicks ass. I'm so hyped for you. That sounds great. Fuck yeah. Next time you have to share a little bit, okay? Okay. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna wrap up. I guess just the usual announcements, just the same announcements I made at the beginning. We have a community channel points reward going on right now. I believe there are 10 days left. I'm gonna extend it through the rest of the year, honestly. It is for me to buy the Drank New Variety Pack. Drank Anti-Energy Drink is a old defunct beverage that they stopped selling 7 years ago, but they still have excess stock. It is part of the Relaxed Lifestyle brand. It is a drink with melatonin, valerian root, and rose hips, and it is supposed to fucking put you to sleep. It tastes awful, and I hate it, but I will buy the 3 new flavors. I will mix it all into a bucket, and I will drink it all, whether it kills me or not. So go ahead, check out the channel points under the chat, and contribute some points to that if you want to see me do that. If not, that's fine. But yeah, so that's going on right now. I want to mention, like I mentioned at the top of the stream, big ups, big thanks to TK, my longtime friend from high school, for getting me into sewing and helping me out with it. You can check out her Twitch there. Big ups to Anakin Victoria for the sewing tutorial that we used today, and for her very sweet and cute videos. She has lots of good stuff for beginner to expert seamstresses, so check that out. And then, yeah, tomorrow we will be continuing our casual playthrough of The Sims Bustin' Out. That'll start at 8 p.m. EST. So, you know, if that's interesting to you, come on by. And then the last thing I just wanted to mention is that we will not, I will not be streaming starting the 22nd. Once the 22nd hits, I am officially on break. I'm going to go back to New Jersey to see my family. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm not gonna have work that whole week and the next week, all through New Year's. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, just want to let you guys know that starting the 22nd, my last stream of the year will be the 21st, I guess is probably the best way to put that. I will still be on Discord, I'll still be on social media, you can still check me out, but I just won't be streaming after that. Oh, actually, speaking of social media, I don't usually do this, but let's just throw that in there, right? One thing I wanted to mention is if... Oh, no, my Twitter isn't right. That's right, I changed my Twitter. I gotta change my command. Sorry, the new Twitter is... There you go. That's the new Twitter. Go to that one, not the one that it says right now. God damn it. That's amateur hour over here. Yeah, right now I am doing Twitcember 2021 on my Twitter. That is a little thing that a friend of mine is putting on. It is another Inu fan, also known as Maya. I'm trying to get her at right now real quick, so you guys could check her out as well. Oh my gosh, does she not have her Twitch on her Twitter? Come on, girl. There we go. Yep, so, Maya, a super cool friend of mine. She is a very cool digital artist. She's doing this thing called Twitcember, where she encourages streamers to answer 31 questions related to their streams over the course of December. I'm doing that every day on my Twitter. If you are interested in my answers to questions such as, what got you into streaming? What was your favorite collab? Do you prefer cake or pie? You can watch me answer all of those on Twitter over the next month. So yeah, check that out. Doing all kinds of other stuff on my socials. Check it out if you want, or not. I'm not gonna be like a diva about it or whatever. You know, it's kind of how I always do it. I'm there. I'm there if you want me, but whatever. It's fine. Anyway. Anyway. That's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and we are going to wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and start our raid, so be sure to be a part of that if you want an extra 300 channel points. We will be raiding... This is kind of not typical of me, right? This is kind of not typical of me. We are going to be raiding, like, a capital G, like, gamer boy. Like a capital G gamer boy, right? But he's kind of cool. I think I like him. I was watching some of his stuff the other day. His name is Sean Parks, right? He's been playing Halo Infinite, right? And he usually plays it with a couple of his friends, right? Yeah, he's playing right now. He's playing Halo Infinite. And yeah, I don't know. In my experiences, he seemed pretty chill. He seemed pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to send a raid his way. As always, bring the hype, bring the positive vibes, bring the good energy. If you like what he's doing, feel free to give him a follow. But otherwise, I am out for the night. I hope you guys have a super, super good night. I hope you have a really good week. And just remember to check the tire pressure in your car, especially as it starts to get colder. Tires lose pressure sometimes, and you know, you might get a pressure indicator if you don't inflate your tires. So just, you know, please just be sure, just check that out. Just regular maintenance on your car. Like, I care about you, and I just want to make sure that, you know, your cars are okay. And